one of the most common questions a lot of people ask me is if it's possible to gain muscle mass and lose fat at the same time. So let's say that you start going to the gym, you start eating healthy, you are doing this for a few weeks, a few months, and you have the idea to lose 20 pounds of fat and replace those 20 pounds of fat with 20 pounds of muscle. Now, is this really possible? This is exactly what I'm going to answer in this video. Now, if you guys are new here and you don't know who I am, my name is Xenios. I used to be a celebrity personal trainer in central London. I also used to be 2 years in the special forces. And since 2013, I help hundreds of people online transform their body and sustain their results. Now, with that being said, let's dive into this video. Let me explain you exactly how to lose fat and gain muscle mass at the same time. So if you watch my videos for a long time right now, you know that if you want to lose weight and fat, you have to set your diet on a caloric deficit. This is the only way for you to lose weight and fat. Don't expect to eat more calories than what you need and lose fat or lose weight. This is impossible. And at the same time, if you want to gain muscle mass, you have to be on a caloric surplus. This is how you do it. Now, the question that a lot of people ask me is, okay, if this is the only way to lose fat and the only way to gain muscle, then how do you do this in a way that you can do this at the same time? If you are a more experienced person and you go to the gym for maybe 1 or 2 years or maybe anything more than 6 months, I would say, and you go to the gym and you know what you are doing, and when I say when you know what you are doing, I mean you are lifting weights, you have a progressive overload workout program, you try to go heavy and this kind of stuff. So if you do this for more than 6 months, then I don't really classify you in the beginner category. So if you want to lose fat and gain muscle mass at the same time, studies have shown that a beginner who has never touched a weight before or a dumbbell or whatever can actually do it at the same time. So if you're a beginner right now and you want to lose weight and you also want to gain muscle mass, then this is good news for you if you do it right. So if you do everything right from the beginning and you know how to set up your nutrition, you know how to set up your workout program, everything in perfection from the beginning, then you will have this advantage to lose fat and gain muscle mass at the same time. So this is the first type of people that can actually do this at the same time. Now, the second type of people is overweight people. So you right now, if you are overweight, maybe let's say you are 200 pounds, 250 pounds, or anything that doesn't match your height, you know what I mean? Then you have the advantage of losing fat and gain muscle mass at the same time. Although this is only going to be for the beginning. Don't expect that this is going to be and last for a long time. It's maybe going to last for maybe 4 to 5 months, and then after that is either you lose fat or gain muscle mass. Now, if you are a person who has my experience, who, for example, me right now, I'm training maybe for 12 years right now, every single day, it's impossible for me to gain muscle mass and lose fat at the same time. The only way for someone who is not a beginner or is not overweight to gain muscle mass and lose fat at the same time is if you use anabolic steroids. So if you use anabolic steroids, then yeah, you will lose fat and gain muscle mass at the same time. So just to make a quick recap, to lose fat and gain muscle mass, you have to be a beginner or overweight. That's the only two types of people that can actually do this at the same time. Now, for a more experienced person, a more realistic way and a more realistic numbers to lose fat and gain muscle mass at the same time is, let's say, to lose 10 pounds of fat and gain 1 pound of muscle mass, or maybe 2 pounds of muscle mass. So this is realistic, but it's not really realistic to lose 10 pounds of fat and replace it with 10 pounds of muscle mass. This is very, very rare to see this unless you have maybe very good genetics. Okay, so this is how you do it. This is how you lose fat and gain muscle mass at the same time. There is not really another way to do this, especially in a fast time. So I will say that what you can do, and this is something that I do as well, for example, when you get the body that you want, for example, me right now, I have exactly the body that I want. I don't want really to gain muscle mass. I don't want to lose fat. I'm really happy with the way I am, and at the same time, I can eat whatever I want and stay at this shape. So I have really enjoyable lifestyle and by maintaining this body. So if you are a person that is happy with the way you look, but maybe you want to take it to the next level, I would say you want to gain a little bit of muscle mass, what I will advise you to do is to eat high amounts of protein. This is the most important right now if you want to gain muscle mass. Protein is like super important. If you don't eat minimum 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, then it's impossible for you to gain muscle mass. So my advice for you will be, if you want to gain muscle mass and lose fat at the same time, and at the same time you are more experienced, like myself, you train more than 6 months, my advice for you will be to have as much protein as possible to your diet and be around maintenance calories, or maybe a little bit more than your maintenance calories. So if you need, for example, 2,500 calories per day to maintain your weight, then I will be around 2,700 calories, but not really more than this. So in this way, basically, you will gain muscle mass, okay, but you will minimize the chances of gaining fat and gaining weight. The procedure will be much more slower of muscle mass, but over a long amount of time. If you do this consistently, let's say for 1 or 2 years, then expect to gain maybe 2 to 3 pounds of muscle mass. Maybe 2 to 3 pounds is a lot, but I guarantee to you that if you do everything right with the way that I'm telling you, then you will gain for sure at least 1 pound of muscle mass without gaining fat. So this is actually good news for you, because you can gain muscle mass and lose fat at the same time while eating a lot of food, because eating 2,500 calories, and if you have the proper structure and the proper strategy, believe me or not, you can enjoy amazing foods. You can go out to restaurants without really any problems. So you can maintain your low body fat and gain a little bit of muscle mass every single year, which this is really good for you. So that is it for this video. I hope this answers your question. Just to recap again, to lose fat and gain muscle mass at the same time will be almost impossible. I mean, in a short amount of time. If you want for a long term, then you already got the strategy that I'm telling you in this video. And if you guys want to take your fitness to the next level and you want to learn more about these advanced strategies that I'm saying in every single video, then I'm inviting you to book a free consultation call with me or one of my coaches. In this consultation call, we're going to discuss everything that you've done in the past, what your struggles are, and where you want to go, and obviously to find a solution to your problem. So right now on this page, you see some transformations of my clients. So this is something that you can do as well. So make sure you book this call. It doesn't really cost you anything. We're gonna discuss a lot of things about you, how you can reach your goals, and it's gonna get you a lot of value, that's for sure. So I'm going to leave the links in the description below, and I will see you again on the next video.